Once again, I have to thank every single one of you Chibits that recommended me to watch this series a couple weeks back, because if it wasn't for so many of you recommending Konosuba, I don't think I would have started this, because I honestly was going to skip over it. But after seeing these episodes, it gave me a good laugh. Definitely a series I am looking forward to every week. And there's certain series I look forward to, but this series is definitely, I think, my comedy of the season, because right now, some of the comedy used in this episode, the latest episode, was priceless. The Aqua scene, when she was traumatized to the point to where she didn't want to leave a cage, I busted a gut. I was fucking dying when I saw how she didn't want to leave the cage, or that scene where she's like, purification, 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 purification. That was such a good scene. When you see her in the fucking cage, these gators are just biting on the fucking cage. She's like, she's getting all scared. She's like, purification, purification. I was laughing. I couldn't stop laughing, because what was funny about that scene wasn't the fact that she was just screaming and crying and saying purification, but it was the fact that all the characters were just sitting on top of the fucking cliff watching this happen. They were watching Aqua getting tormented by these gators, and I just couldn't stop laughing, because the way they acted was just so... It was cruel. It was really, really cruel. But then also getting to see some of the other scenes of how Aqua just grabs the MC and she just starts crying. I'm like, yeah! She starts crying, wanting to get her away. I laughed. This is such a good comedy. Like, comedy's subjective. It depends on your taste of comedy. I mean, it really boils down to that. What you like, what you find funny. And honestly, I like a lot of comedy. Different variety of comedy. There's a lot of things I like. And this type of comedy, too, I just can't help but laugh. I mean, Aqua, you can say what you want about her, but she's such a good character. Like, she's like she's the bread. She is the bread of the series, and the main male character is the butter. Because the reason why is, the main male character, his cruel attitude, the way he thinks in his mind about certain situations, how he puts people down, and how he sees, like, how everybody is useless. But then you see Aqua, how she's just, you know, being so funny or dramatic around the goddess, and, you know, what the way she acts, it's so priceless. And then you see these other characters, like we have, you know, the Crusader girl. Oh my god, that fucking episode when she was introduced. I knew she was kind of an M, but when you see the Demon King's commander pop up in one of the latest episodes, and he just starts screaming at them and all that, and, you know, she gets the death curse, and she's getting happy about it. Yo, that fucking comedy. Oh my god, yes. It just pushed all the right buttons when it came to comedy to this series. And now I see why so many laughed their ass off, why so many recommended this to me, because I think many of you Chibits know what type of comedy I like. I mean, you've seen me review a lot of comedy series and a lot of different series, and I feel like that's one of the main reasons why so many of you probably recommended this, because you know I like this type of comedy, and seeing the way it was displayed throughout these episodes, pretty damn nice. Now, as I've said before, I'm going to say it again, I truly don't believe that this series is probably going to have really good story progression. I've mentioned this before, but I want to bring it up once again. Once again, I want to, you know, kind of nail that in, that if you're looking for a story, like some serious story progression, I honestly don't think we're going to get it. At the very least with this season. If, you know, if there's going to be like a season 2 or season 3, I don't feel like this season's going to really have much progression. I mean, just now we're getting like introduced to a dude that's supposedly Aqua sent down to the world, which is a cool little character. I mean, he's kind of a joke a little bit, because I mean, he had his sword stolen from him, and oh my god. That scene. Let's talk about that. So this dude, he pretty much gets the golden spoon in his mouth. Aqua sets him up like he's been blessed since he was reincarnated. He has this holy cursed sword or whatever, and it took down an ancient dragon. A very strong fucking dragon. And if you know MMORPGs, you know dragons are kind of crazy when it comes to these type of stuff, or, you know, games and stuff. And seeing how he had this sword, he was a really strong character. Like, the way you pegged him as, he was a guy that had a lot of damage. He was a guy that was strong and he knew what he was doing. And then, as the episode progresses, you see it to where he tries to challenge our MC, and all of a sudden, he snatches and steals the dude's fucking weapon from him, and bonks him in the head. The quality in that scene, like, okay, I think some might have noticed, but the scene when the guy gets bonked on the head by his own sword, the animation was garbo. It was really garbo. Now, I don't expect quality animation from the studio that's working on Konosuba. I don't. And honestly, I'm not going to let it bug me. It actually added more to the comedy scene. It reminded me of classical cartoons in a way. And seeing that scene, I just got a slight chuckle. But what really got me about the overall scene was how the quality in that was kind of bad. Like, shitty. Like, it was really fucking shitty. And then you see the scene right after that with the main male character doing these finger actions. He's like, this, yes, come to me, my pretty. I'm like, what the fuck? The MC was like moving his hands. He's like, give me those pants. Give me those panties. Just give them to me. And I'm like, bro, you need to chill. You need to chill. Like, the animation quality in that, like, we know where the budget went. Like, we know where the entire budget of this series just went. It went into them hand movements, or the finger movements. That was some crazy shit right there. Like, the finger movements was some godlike level. Like, you saw the fingers have different frames. Like, I swear to God, they probably had, like, 60 frames per second in that, the way it was moving. I probably over-exaggerating, but still, the way the fingers moved, it was just, God, it looked completely out of place compared to everything I've seen from Konosuba, like, in terms of quality. That's just how good that finger quality was, and they nailed it. That scene definitely nailed home, and it makes me wonder if the company working on Konosuba did that on purpose. Like, they make, you know, the series kind of look a little bit trashy a little bit, but then they show a scene like that emphasizes the amount of effort they put into a scene like that. It just goes to show you those priorities they have going on in their mind right now. So yeah, Konosuba, very fun comedy, very enjoyable, and I mean, if you've yet to watch it, you need to go start it. It's a fucking awesome series. It definitely is. It's giving me good laughs, and go check it out for yourself. So you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.